Peace YouTube, welcome to the channel, shot by Curt. Today is Talk About It Tuesday. So if you're new to the channel, the purpose of Talk About It Tuesdays is to bring you some type of value, whether it be breaking down a BTS or giving my thoughts and opinions on pieces of gear that I use with the hopes that it helps you out in some kind of way. If you into that, consider hitting that subscribe button. Definitely drop a like on the video as it helps out the channel. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. So today we're talking about that lens that comes with your camera, that thing called the kit lens, and why you shouldn't be so quick to ditch it. So I'm gonna talk about a couple reasons why the kit lens is actually pretty clutch, especially when you're just starting out. The first thing is the price versus performance. On the price end, say if you bought an A7 III brand new, that's $2,000. If you buy a kit lens brand new separate from the camera, that's $400. But if you buy it together, then it's $2,200. So you essentially got the kit lens for $200. So on the performance end, you usually get solid autofocus out of the kit lens, being that it's native to whatever camera system that you use. I used to shoot Canon, right now I'm shooting Sony, and I've gotten solid autofocus out of both of them. Another thing is image stabilization. That usually comes in the kit lens as well, and that's great, especially if your camera body doesn't have in-body image stabilization or IBIS. Then the other thing is just focal lengths. You get a bunch of different focal lengths that you can use in one lens. You get a decent 3.5 to 5.6 aperture. The 5.6 usually is the minimum when you zoom all the way in to 50 or 70. So there's upsides and downsides to that, and the downsides is the more that you zoom in, the more light that you lose. So if you're in broad daylight or you're in the atmosphere where the lighting is controlled, then that don't even matter. You can still light everything up the way that you need to and get dope shots at your 70mm 5.6. If you down to the lower end, maybe you got an APS-C and it's 18 to 55, or you're on the full frame and you got 24 or 28 to 70, then you can go pretty much open at 3.5, and that's the the widest that you can get. But in most cases, especially on a full frame camera, you can still get the bokeh that everybody likes to get, and different little things like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, the kit lens is pretty dope. It's just really what you do with it. Before I got my Sigma R35, I shot with my kit lens for months. I could have went and rented lenses for shoots or whatever, but that cost money, and obviously I didn't have the money, so I had to work with what I had. I worked with the kit lens, and to be honest, unless you pixel peeping and stuff like that, I don't really think nobody can tell the difference. That's what really compelled me to make this video, is just so many people will bash the kit lens and they'll make an excuse on why they can't create or why they can't do something because they only have the kit lens. Man, as long as you got some decent light, use the sunlight to your advantage, or if you able to get access to a studio space or some type of lights, then get you lights and you'll definitely make some dope stuff with the kit lens. But even if you can't afford lighting, just make sure that you use the daylight to your advantage until that you can get lights or you can get a better lens or whatever you choose to do afterwards. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I just really wanted to talk about the kit lens and why you shouldn't let it stop you from creating if that's all you got, especially if you just starting out. That's all the more reason why you need to use the kit lens, so then you can get adjusted to having different focal lengths. You can see what style fits you. Maybe you might find out that you're a prime person and not a zoom person, but you'll never know any of that if you don't get out and experiment with the equipment that you got. Like I said, man, if you go on to like the video, drop me a like. It definitely helps the channel. Consider subscribing for other Talk About It Tuesdays. I'll catch y'all in the next video.